Why do you think women are the ones that are toxic? Why do you think the women are the ones that are toxic, man?
Women are very toxic because they think emotionally.
Come on! No, I'm not sure. All right. Using English, ne? Why do you think men are more toxic than ladies?
They don't think. Their minds are there, ne? Your brain is there, but it doesn't function well.
And she's pointing at mine, ne? Who's more toxic than the other? Is it guys or ladies? Are all men trash and women cash, or is it a dash?
Hey.
So guys, what do you say, guys?
Oh my word.
Okay, I'm game.
Thank you so much, guys. Let's do this. So guys, can you please take this mic, and then I don't know where you're going to strap it. You can just put it anywhere, and then so that we can get off the road. You can even feel what's happening. Let me just put on the aircon. It's super hot. It's super hot here. It is boiling.
I just want to take this opportunity to greet my mom and dad.
Oh goodness me! It was Ashley to do that. Oh my word! So
guys, you know what?
Yeah.
Basically, I know that a lot of people are going through a lot in relationships.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a messy kind of situation. Beautiful, messy. You know, so maybe without prejudice, or maybe directing the topic that we spoke about, I just want us to talk about, who do you think is toxic, man?
I think it's the guys, y'all.
Oh,
I think sorry.
It's
the guys.
You would never say it's women, because we women, we can't.
But you guys are
Here's the thing,
biased.
I would, if it were true.
Oh yeah, okay.
But what do you mean with
So it's
toxic though?
facts.
What do you mean? When money to be toxic, what do you mean?
Okay.
Okay.
Toxic intengolile, right? It's like something that dilutes the environment. No, but let me be real, right?
Yeah.
I've been thinking a lot, coincidentally, about this particular thing.
Okay.
And every single day we are seeing stats of women being killed, of kids being raped. And I was talking to a friend last week who works in the justice and stuff, and she was saying, she works in the female or the women's correctional services, right? A lot of the women that are there because they were arrested for having killed their partners who were abusive towards them.
Like women killing.
Yes.
Wow.
Majority of
Nobody
the
really
of the
gets
women.
to talk about that, eh? Yeah.
100%. A majority of women in prison are incarcerated because of self-defense, because of protecting their children against men who are violating them. So when you read these stats, women don't do these things to themselves.
Oh yeah.
They are raped, they are killed. And so when I'm saying, Gutsi, I believe it's the men that are toxic, it's not even from a place of, men are trash, women are cash. I love that. But it's
And
because,
about dash.
yes, the stats and the reality tell us, Gutsi, there's something fundamentally wrong with men in our society.
Okay, Ashley, are you disagreeing, or you wanna agree?
So guys, I'm getting your names as you call Ashley.
Yeah, I'm Ashley. Yazini name.
Does Ashley have a mic?
No, I don't have
we
mic.
can actually share, man. We can
Okay.
actually share. So
All right.
you can always peep, man, the camera.
Sure.
You see.
No, Yazini name. I'm not ignoring the stats, ne? But I don't want us to excuse the role that women also play in these things.
Yes.
Let's look at these men that you are talking about. Many people often speak about men who exhibit violent tendencies because they grew up in fatherless homes. But it's not just about growing up in fatherless homes. It's also growing up in homes that are led by toxic women. Women, true that. And that translates itself. So there's that violence that is imposed on them, where these toxic women are not able to deal with the struggles that they've gone through in life, and then they enforce these things or impose them on us as young men. And unfortunately, when we then grow up, we have to deal with that violence, because that violence sits somewhere. And I'm not really saying that there's no role that we're also playing as a machita, but on the same token, let's not ignore the role that women play in creating the type of men that we have today in society.
You know what offends me in their show?
Yeah.
See, the women being killed is because of women.
No.
Not
necessarily. I'm not excusing the violence that then manifests itself, because I mean, if you look at the vast majority of men in South Africa, they were raised by single women.
For sure.
But not all of them are toxic. In fact, the greater majority are still out there doing great stuff. So it's all about how we then deal with that violence. And there's no excuse for then dealing with the violence by it manifesting in you then killing somebody. So those are the solutions that we can talk about. But the existence of that violence is what I'm addressing. And it's not just a natural existence. We just say, no, men are just born like that, banjalo. There is a role that women play as well.
Ashley, are you saying men are violent because of toxic women, toxic mothers and aunts and grandmothers? That's what you're saying?
Some men.
What do you?
A lot of men.
Well, how does the toxicity manifest in the women?
Well, I can tell you now, there's a young boy somewhere now who is 8 years of age.
Yeah.
The mom has just been cheated on.
Yeah.
And the mother has now bailed out of that relationship. But bailing out of the relationship is not just leaving that relationship.
Okay.
She's decided to take the son out of the relationship as well. Poor young man would love to see his father, but mom does not allow that to happen. Mom speaks ill of this of this young boy's father. Every time when this young boy is with Abangan back and they talk about their fathers, he's been deprived of that experience because of a woman that has decided, because of a woman that has chosen an emotional and not intelligent reaction. And she thinks she is getting the man back for cheating. But what she does not realize is that she's breeding a man or a young boy who might become a danger to society. And of course, as a society, we have a role to try and prevent that boy from manifesting that anger, because there's something that is happening to that boy, which we ignore. And
guys, this situation feels so real. I want you guys to comment on the section below if maybe you know someone who's in a situation like Ashley, right? Ashley just mentioned, like maybe in a separation and then there's kids involved and stuff, and also what Mpumi said. What do you think, the other lady, your name again?
April. Yes.
What do you think, man, of what has been said by Ashley?
Okay, I hear what Mpumi is saying, and I do agree. And Ashley, oh my word, I understand that. Because what you're saying, Ashley, is that because of what's done to me, I'll do it back. Essentially.
Not even.
But what I'm saying is that yes,
he wasn't violated.
Yes, yeah, actually, it's acting. Oh yeah. So with me, toxicity knows no gender.
Okay.
It knows no gender. So men and women do actually exhibit toxic behaviors regardless. In any relationship, you can tell that this woman now has been toxic, maybe because of a history or whatever, but it feels like it depends, but it knows no gender. Toxicity
but can we
is
say like
everywhere.
it's worse with women? Like, hear me out, guys. Hear me out.
We are provoked.
Let's do this.
I love the way you say it. Can't we say?
April, hear me out, ne?
Whoa.
Women are emotional beings, Buffett.
Yes.
Gonja, which play is that? Where that guy?
Please, let's go tell him a movie.
It's in there. No, it's a play. I can't. It's a William guy. Ne? Otiena. Konjutini. At heaven had no rage. Like love enraged.
Okay.
No hell. Fury like a woman scorned.
Come on,
let's do this then.
I'm hearing for the first time.
Women, and I appreciate how our sisters are, ne? Because our sisters have a lot of patience, tolerance,
yes.
but there's a climax where they say, as in here and no further.
Tipping point.
And when the women hit the tipping point, the intellect gets shut and the heart takes over.
I didn't say that.
Have you seen Revenge Diaries? Have you seen Revenge Diaries?
Is it a movie?
No.
I've seen Acrimony.
No, there's a thing.
Is it synonymous in?
Shoot my hair and shoot that. No. Revenge Diaries. No? So what Revenge Diaries is revealing is that women are scorned, right?
Yeah.
And then
scorned.
Scorned, yes. And then they unleash their fury.
Yeah.
And when you hear those stories, there's a lot of logic and a lot of masterminding. So we don't switch off our logic.
Yes.
No, we just allow our emotions to drive.
Yes.
And then
to drive the logic.
Okay, so let's talk behaviors.
Yeah.
Remember, we have people who are difficult. Does that count as being toxic?
No.
Just repeat that again, April.
A behavior that will make you toxic. Fine.
So a behavior that triggers you can eat.
Okay, thanks.
So,
So-
translation to English is asking if she can eat kip. There is no translation for kip.
Popcorn.
Popcorn.
Well,
Popcorn.
sort of.
Sweet
Our
popcorn.
colorful
Nah, that's
detail.
not popcorn.
That's not popcorn.
What do you call this?
Like it's corn.
Nah, it's got a name.
Colourful.
It's got a native name.
Keep.
No.
Mascopas.
Scopas, yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you guys. I
I got
appreciate
eating
it.
these.
These guys are coming
Is
from
this
church and
lunch?
they are sharing Scopas.
Siyakhona lunch.
Also, your name says Crash Mfethu on the app.
Come on, man. We can
Yes,
talk
let's
about
talk
that
about
off
that.
camera. We
Okay.
can talk about it
Yes.
off camera.
name, eh?
They
Come
crush
on,
us.
man.
So yes, I was saying, because when I avoid saying ukuthi my selfish act yanamhlanje would make me toxic. Yet I'm not selfish. It's just I decided that day that I'm going to be selfish. With that,
So
eventually.
you guys can lean over if you want to
Oh,
show
okay.
properly on the. That's
Can
up
you
to
see
you. It's
me?
totally up to you, but we can
Hello.
hear you.
Yes. So, what are behaviors that will clean say this is toxicity at its best?
Actually, I like the direction that Ashley was taking. Uguti, what is toxicity, right? So maybe let's start there. And then, after we've done that, go to say, why do we believe Uguti men are toxic or women are more toxic? In not Uguti, this is what they're doing, but maybe investigate. Isugaphi le
Where
toxicity.
does it
If
come
I'm
from?
really convinced that it's the man, where does it come from?
Maybe,
And-
guys, I want to add something to what
Yeah.
you're saying. I think you're taking a very good direction. So I want maybe us to look at also the fact that can toxicity come from a mismatch? Can you then consider someone to be toxic because they are not doing as according to what you wish for them to do?
True story.
That's what I was thinking, man.
And sometimes if someone is not your person, whoa!
Yeah.
Ash, do you have a submission on what toxicity is?
I'm sure, yeah.
Scopers.
I haven't thought of it. Can I check a dictionary definition
Dictionary definition for what?
to toxicity?
For toxicity.
Yeah, but
I'm gonna use my favorite
I
app,
think the basic is
ChatGPT.
something it's negative all the way.
Should I
Not
say,
with
so I'm typing in
negativity.
ChatGPT, what is
Yeah, man.
toxicity in a relationship?
Okay.
Let me say, what does toxicity mean in a relationship context? Mean
Yes,
in
Scopers.
a
These are
relationship.
nicer. I haven't had them.
In a relationship
in a very
context.
long time. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yo.
So I'm gonna have just now. So it says in a relationship context, toxicity refers to patterns of behavior, communication, or interaction between people that are emotionally, mentally, or even physically harmful to one or both parties. A toxic relationship consistently causes distress, insecurity, disrespect, or imbalance rather than support, growth, and mutual well-being. Yabona, now
Come
I
on
agree
now.
with what April was saying.
Why? What was it?
Now we can both be toxic, Ndwana, and you just have to find like that lady who will make a relationship painful, Ndwana. And you will be
relationship what?
stressed, or you find a guy that will make your relationship
So
can't even sleep
I'm
at
now
night.
gravitating towards a mismatch to say that toxicity can be influenced by a mismatch.
Not necessarily a mismatch, just people in Japan. People, you can't control people, bruh.
But I think it starts when you bring the brick of your previous relationship to the new one.
Come on now.
Or you just marry, or you just in a relationship with a narcissist,
Yeah.
which can be on either
Don't
side.
trigger me.
Oh.
I'm gonna get very triggered.
She's triggered.
He triggered me watching the party.
Because Mawukala, check for instance, like
Oh, you were hurt before.
a narcissist will love bomb you, and that could be a lady or it could be a guy.
Okay.
So it's a perfect match, manzakala.
Alright.
Or at least
Honeymoon phase.
it appears to be.
It appears to be.
And then the true character then begins to come out.
Okay.
And at that stage, Mvana like.
So it was a
depressed
mismatch,
again.
but then concealed because now you're trying to push a relationship just for.
But who would ever be a perfect match for a narcissist?
Ooh, nobody.
Guys, does it not go down to values and stuff like that? To say maybe you share the same values, you share the same interests.
So
and
what
then
if we're
at a
both
later-
narcissists? Then it's a perfect match.
No, no.
I don't know.
Because we share the same values.
Why are you asking
About
me?
us.
Has someone
and
answered?
I think
please?
you know, for
Wow.
with the case of narcissism, no?
Yeah.
It gets so deep, and I think it would be very complex for this conversation because narcissism is a personality disorder. right? So it's yes, there are influences and factors on why somebody becomes like that, right? Because also narcissism is a spectrum. So you find on the one end someone who was praised and lauded as a kid, who's there's nobody like you. Then they become, there's a type of narcissism where we and I think when we talk about narcissism, this is the mistake we make. It's those people who are pompous, who think so much of themselves. That's on one end of the spectrum. And then you get your overt narcissist or your covert narcissist.
You say overt?
Narcissist, yes.
Guys, do you know about overt, covert, COVID?
Good.
Please comment on the sections, below if you know something about narcissism, and then
it's people who have endured so much pain that they I guess express that in the things that they do as a narcissist. So if we want to talk about narcissism, that's an entirely completely different
paradigm,
conversation, because there are people who have toxic traits, but narcissism is abuse. Like a narcissistic relationship is an abusive relationship, and I think toxicity is just at the surface. So I see again there because it's gonna trigger me, and I'm gonna start revealing things. Here's my thinking around this whole thing. Uguti, at the heart of toxicity is just underdevelopment. Yeah. Umuntu who's underdeveloped, there's no way they are not going to be toxic. Because if you're talking about patterns, Ashley, now whether it's good patterns or bad patterns.
And I'm trying to understand underdeveloped, what? Holistic underdevelopment.
Holistic. And I'll give you an example. So a man will get into a relationship, and then there's a whole conversation, what do you bring to the table? And then he'll be like, hey, I'm a provider. And I think at the heart, or in their mind, the only thing that they're talking about when they're talking about provision is money. Women want emotional safety. That's what we want provided in the relationship. We want intellectual stimulation. We want spiritual soundness. And so I think when men, and this is a societal thing, right? From long ago, actually, we're talking about men who were raised by single parents. They were single parents in the past because the men had to be at work and all of that. So in a situation where a mom is left with a girl and a boy in the house, of course, because the mom has her context as a woman, umuntu who has a higher chance of development is the girl, and the boy not so much. And so there's a lot of training that is missed. There's a lot of coaching and grooming that is missed in the men, and it manifests itself as toxicity, bad behaviors, because good behaviors were never entrenched in an environment that was lacking women. So when I say it's the men who are most toxic, I'm not even bashing men. I'm just acknowledging the context that breeds the toxicity in men. I've been talking too much.
Guys, if you took it out of context, now you're making a lot of sense. Guys, if you took it out of context, she just elaborated. So comment on what she just said. I think it was beautiful also.
That was great for me. And what you're saying here is that I'm asking you that, is it okay, since you understand the background where it starts from? So now I'm in a toxic relationship. Should I understand because of our shame and the single parent is a mother? So now I have to excuse this guy because he doesn't know what he's doing. He knows not.
And where do you get the sum of the underdevelopment? Like, do you talk? Do you find out?
Yes, do you open up? What's happening? I think is the core, because we don't focus on the relationship. We don't go deep in talking about our past experiences, what triggers you, because it's okay to know your differences and what brings you guys together. So are we saying we excuse these men just because they're going through a situation, or they went through a situation?
I nearly died because of nobody is born developed. Don't make that mistake. You cannot hang around toxicity and think you won't be scathed. What does the Bible say about bad
guys, I picked them up at church now, so she's talking about the Bible.
Bad character corrupting what
manners.
Is it? Yes.
Bad company corrupts good manners.
100%. There is absolutely no way
guys,
you can
am I dropping you off over there? Let me just go inside so that we can maybe finish off our discussion.
That might keep are so nice.
They're very nice.
They are so nice. There is absolutely no way. Askis, I was eating them.
They're laced with grace. They're coming from church, man.
Laced. I don't think anyone should tolerate an environment of toxicity hoping to change somebody, because that will change you. If there's anybody that's going to be changed, it's you. Am I saying I'll be tolerant of people and not be patient and have grace for people's development? No. But if it harms you, if somebody's development, because you think you can develop them, harms you, then that's a very bad case. That's not even a relationship you should be in. If anything, you should be helping them out as a friend, not as a partner, because it's too intimate to be accepted. You're just gonna get scarred.
So I want to ask something before you let the mic go, please, because you're saying something pivotal. Yes. What are features that you can actually point out to say this is toxicity, without generalizing? Some maybe features that you can point out that are major. Obviously, you want to cater for all of them, but what are the majors?
You know what's sad, is that we've been exposed to so much toxicity that we don't even know what normal and good is. So I will think somebody lashing out and having rage is a good thing because, oh no, he's expressive. No, une rage. That is very toxic behavior. Somebody who is, you know what, and this is so sad. If somebody cannot regulate their emotions, that for me is toxicity. And it is because we can all work at it. No, we all work at our emotional intelligence. We all work at making sure that we are good people who can live with other people. So Umuntu cannot regulate their emotions, very, very bad, because I think that's where it starts. Umuntu, if they cannot say I'm angry or I'm upset, and this is what I do, you are going to be the recipient of whatever unrefined or unresolved emotions and feelings they are having within them. So for me, that's where toxicity starts. And then every other thing springs from a place of just not being able to regulate your emotions and able to also express yourself. I think that's the other thing.
Communication.
Yeah, communication is powerful. And then another thing,
that's big.
If someone used sarcasm to
sarcastic.
Oh no, and
you know,
so sarcastic.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you can be toxic because no, seriously. You're making judgments like, oh, this fat.
Snide
like whenever I'm
comments.
alone, slight comments. Whenever I'm alone, I'm thinking, was that a joke? Because there's a bit of truth in it.
Oh, and you are right. There are some people who are manipulative.
Yeah.
They sort of use a fleeting type of method where they throw a curved ball at
ball,
you, but then they know the effect that is going to sort of trigger within you because maybe they've gone through.
Yes.
You know, a person who has been hit, they know where to hit.
Yes,
hit people, something like that. Yeah.
And then it goes to something big. And when you are alone, remember, someone who's toxic make you feel otherwise when you're alone. So guys, what
They
are we
plant the
saying?
seed. Wow,
Because we
these
want
guys.
healthy relationships.
Yeah.
We want all these nice things. But in spite of that, what are we saying with this?
Ash, do you think
Ash, what's up?
toxicity is relative? Like, do you think if I can tolerate it, then it's not toxic, but if it hits a threshold for you, then it is?
But why is
Toxicity
that
is
someone from
toxicity.
outside
What
can
was the question
you-
again?
Is toxicity relative?
Relative.
Yes.
Okay.
And then is
to
that
tolerance
and
level.
is it okay that someone from outside can look at your relationship and say
It's a toxic relationship.
yes without you knowing? Yeah, it's like can you?
Yeah, I think you certainly can. I just wanted to firstly say, Abona, that Mpumi summed it up quite well. And I think the conclusion of this matter is that toxicity is not gender respective. But then in the majority, mostly men are going to be, stats speak to it, because of the society in which we've come from, the households that we come from, in general, but particularly as African men. So yeah, to speaking about outsiders, outsiders, guys, see things. And in fact, one of the sign of a toxic relationship is a relationship that seeks to shield you from outside opinion or outside engagements. That's usually a first sign of toxicity. And remember that those people that you are being shielded from, the community, we are communal people. Those are the ones that will bury you after your relationship has killed you.
And he's gone.
And he's gone. And I mean, we live in South Africa. Gender-based violence, yes, in as much as we
Mostly
speak gender-based,
gravitates
it's
towards,
it's always a
the male
machita.
figure, yeah.
So yeah, no, but Jabona, this Uber thing, we need to jump out, but it made me realize that I'm chilling with wise people here. Very, very
You guys are
nice
super wise.
people.
Come on, guys. This is amazing. What I got maybe from this discussion, just to bring it out, I got that toxicity knows no gender.
Yes.
I got that toxicity is a highlighter of underdevelopment.
Yeah.
I got that also you can get it from other people that you are in a toxic relationship, because I've seen, guys, this is sensitive.
Yeah.
I've seen when a person maybe cheats on you in a relationship, you find that the whole world knows, but you're the only one who doesn't know.
Yeah.
Because maybe it's sort of a love choice to say, okay, you said something like that's how we are, you know, that's how we are. So guys, I hope you guys learned. Come on, man, this was profound, man. This was deep, man.
Where do you post this?
It's on YouTube. So before I conclude, I just want to ask from you guys, can I post this wonderful discussion that we had on my socials?
I want to know where. So,
Thank you so much.
What's the channel again?
So I will definitely share. It's a Clean Chats in Transit. Maybe for those who are listening, it's KLEEN CHATS. IN. Yes, it's YouTube.
Oh, in transit.
And then underscore transit. But then when you just type it in, it's gonna show.
Alright.
So it's Clean Chats in Transit, and then I'll put it up there so that people can see. Guys, thank you so much. It was super profound. Guys, if you learned something, if you got something from this, please comment in the comment section. I've taken too much time of this, guys. Guys, thank you so much.
Cheers, my brother. Thanks a lot. Drive safe, man. Thanks for the ride.
Thank you, man.
I'm gonna be a YouTuber.